Hi, Mr. Azlan, the landlord here. I'm at my FOODSCAPE site in Eucalyptus Peak. Water tower is there. Okay, so this is Eucalyptus Peak in Puchong. And what we did yesterday is we cut all the grass here, right to the end there, and inside as well. But what I've done here is after cutting the grass yesterday, I swept all the leaves, particularly from this bamboo, which has grown very fast over the past few years, and put it into this compost heap here. On one side, I've made a rough, rustic fence with weedy trees that I've cut down a couple of months ago. 2 months ago actually, in December and January. And what I've put here is all the leaves. Okay, I've left the rest of the taro growing. The taro is claddy, of course. And then you cut right to the end there, and all the grass cuttings is swept and made into a mound here, all the way to the end there. And what I've done today is to add 8 sacks of dried leaves into this compost box here, made of 4 crates. There's actually an extra crate here, so this side is 2, so altogether there are 5 sides. So I'll get 3 more and make another compost box later, possibly next week as well. Okay, so I'm gonna let this rot. As it rots, it will settle. Yesterday I added some taro and banana leaves, so they're all been covered up. Eventually, you know, I've got these small bananas growing here, so eventually we'll add more, and then there are lots of taro leaves growing here. So eventually, as it subsides and settles down, I'll pile more organic material, both green and dried stuff, and then when it rains it will turn into nice compost. Okay, I probably need another heap of these. So what I also want to show you was, besides cleaning this up and sweeping, these are the concrete blocks that I've made earlier using these polystyrene boxes. So there's concrete and sand in here, but this is soil and stone underneath, and I planted potatoes. This has rocks and concrete. This is mostly cement. It's nicely there. This is cement as well. Okay, so it's rock solid. This one is broken, unfortunately, so I'd better cut it and make it look neater. Okay. There's a ravine here. So the whole reason I put this concrete blocks here was so that when I drive I can see the what do you call it, the border clearly, and don't drive into the ravine. Okay, so I made this rustic fence. This long piece of pole didn't reach the other end, but it'll just do for the time being. So we've cut all this up yesterday, so you can see all the grass is low. There's some tapioca growing there, cassava, sorry. And I've got more polystyrene boxes because I find them quite useful. Once you swept up grass cuttings or leaves, you can put them in these polystyrene boxes. They're light and pretty sturdy. So over here there's more stuff which we've cut. I've left the claddy and the ferns because they help retain water in the soil. The soil is really bad. It's lateritic, very acidic, high in iron. That's why it's red. So with all the leaf litter and grass cuttings left to decompose on it, it will help create topsoil. Okay, so got these taro growing in these rubber tires. So this is going to be a hugel. It's a mound or so. It's a living mound at the moment. We've got tapioca growing in it. We've got some bananas. We've got some taro growing in it. And as I put more organic material, it will subside and get compacted, and it will form a natural boundary. We've got a nice coconut tree, which I planted a few years ago, doing pretty nicely there. This is huge moringa, which that idiot Shaheen planted sideways, so it collapsed and then it started growing all over the place. So One thing about these bangla, you have to very demanding how you want things to be done. Otherwise, they'll do it any old suka hati way they like. So anyway, I pruned this mango tree as well. I'll probably use a lopper and cut this. This is like hanging too low, and it was difficult to cut underneath the grass underneath. So we managed to do that because I pruned it yesterday. But I'm gonna use a lopper and, you know, like my head keeps knocking against it. So as I get branches and stuff, I'll just chuck it in here, and then it'll be a nice mound. Okay, just like this, you know, if I leave it on the ground, it can easily trip over. So just chuck it in here. It will rot and create a nice hugo over time. I'm very happy with the bamboo there. As you can see, I've got yellow bamboo, which I've taken from lot 3083 actually, from Sungai Penchala. And then we've got green mango here, green, what do you call it, bamboo here. And these thin bamboos are from Kenny Hills, from Sabira Sheik's house. She gave me a bunch, so they're going quite nicely. And there are more green bamboo. These green ones are actually for lemon. So I planted them in a row, and basically so that they hold the soil and they won't have erosion over the slope, and it seems they've done the job nicely. I've also got rubber tires here, and I planted papaya as well as taro in it. The papayas haven't germinated. There's some banana. As it gets too big, I'll probably cut it and use the leaves. But I'm quite happy with how this is progressing. This was a swale that we built earlier, so it's collected water, and I planted taro in it, and it's done its job. It retained water, and water has fed the taro bloody. Okay, so you can see this is like the border of the swale, and the rest of the wood have rotted away. So this one we've left there. Okay, that's it, my tour for today. Friday, 26th of February 2020. See you next time. Bye.